All right, guys. So here we're talking about creating a landing page that links to a squeeze page and a search alert campaign. And we're going to start with creating a custom background video to your landing page. So how we do this in KV Core, we're going to go to Website Manager and then click on Website Blog. Once you're there, go to Add Post. Don't worry, we're not creating a blog. We're just using this hack. And then right over here, you're going to go to Insert Edit Image. And then you're going to upload whatever image it is that you want. So you can either drop it in or you can browse for an image. Let's see if I have any recent images that are. All right, I'll put this one in. It's not relevant for this, but it shows you. So this is real estate sales market since 2016. So now here's the key. So now this photo has been updated and uploaded to the cloud. So there's no need to hit save. What you're going to do here is copy what's in the source code there. And then you're going to save that somewhere relevant. Now I save that in a Google page here. It's basically the equivalent of Excel, where I've saved all of the photos and landing and squeeze pages that I have. The advantage of this is that once you've created it, you never need to recreate it. It's always going to be out there on the web. So I'm going to title this. So I have a couple columns here: date created, what type of item it is, whether it's a squeeze page, a landing page, or a photo. And then I use the hashtag that's associated with it, and then the web address. And so those are the only columns you're going to need. So here, this is a photo. And then you paste the link that you just copied there. And we'll come back to use that. We don't have a hashtag set up for this photo yet. It's just a background photo. Does that make sense? That's it. Now back to this page. You don't have to save anything. Once you get that source code, it's there permanently. So now you can just cancel it. And again, like I promised, we're not actually going to be creating a blog. So then you can just X out of this. Are you sure? Yes. So now our next key, and again, this is all in preparation of setting up our landing page. Next, before we do that, we need to know where that landing page is going to direct people. And so it's going to direct them to a squeeze page. So we need to get to squeeze pages, which is which is all lead engine tools. So you can either go right to build squeeze page, or you can just click on the top there, and it takes you to all of them. So as the manager here, I have access to everybody's, but I'm going to go right to the WeichertCapeCod.com site. You probably don't have this.
You're only limited to your own page.
So go to IDX squeeze page and then just hit start building. Now at the top of the page here, you have a couple options: multi-property, single property, a seller squeeze, or a market report. For this lesson here, we're just talking about multi-property. So what I'm going to do is create a page that's, as we discussed before we started recruiting, this is all homes in the town of Falmouth under 400,000. So that anybody who signs up for this, or anybody who clicks through on this link, they're going to automatically get emails from you, identified as from you, until they log or option out of it. They're going to continue to get houses in Falmouth under 400,000. So
you might want to raise that price because there aren't any.
There are 3.
Okay. Well, should we raise the price?
You can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you an example of a page that I'm creating. You guys can use it for Mashpee, Bourne, Sandwich, any other town, any other price range. You can do it 1 million up. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing you how to create the page. So here, I just typed in Falmouth, and then it pulls up obviously a bunch of different areas in Falmouth. Now I find that area works best. So I'm a little concerned that if I typed in city Falmouth, it would only include 02540. So I'm going to do area, includes all of Falmouth. Now you do have the option if you prefer, say you want to just focus on a specific area like Seacoast Shores, Great Harbors, the Heights, Surf Drive, Old Silver, New Silver, any area at all, Sipawissa, you could click on draw on map and then work your way through the property, through the area that way. But in this case, we're doing area, Falmouth. And then we're going to put a max of 400,000. We're not interested in square footage, but these are different things that you can set up. If you want to focus on 3, 4, 5 bedrooms, anything, you put it in there, it is possible. In this case, we are just doing up to 400,000. Now, here's the key. If you want your people who sign up for this to be able to get these emails from you, you have to create a hashtag and you have to remember what the hashtag that you create is. So in this case, I'm going to do Falmouth under 400K. That's it. You don't put the hashtag in. The system does that for you after. So we just have Falmouth under 400K. It doesn't matter if you use capitals or not. I do just because it works better for my eyes to be able to see it. Here you can choose property views allowed before registration. One means they don't get to see any. They have to sign up right away. The system defaults at 2. I trust KV Core on this, that they know what they're doing. So I'm going to leave it at that. You can change that if you want. You can make it so that there's no need for people to register at all. But it's by registering that you're going to capture people. You give them one for free and then have them register after that. So far, what have we got? Town of Falmouth. We've got our hashtag. We've got our price point. That's all we have. You obviously can get much more specific. So quite simple here. Just hit generate link. That pulls up a direct link and a short link. I don't know why, but it was recommended to me that we use the direct link. So again, I'm going to copy that direct link. That now forever exists as a page in KV Core land. And I'm going to drop that into my Google Sheets page. What I like about Google Sheets over Excel is that I can access this from anywhere that has internet. So this is a squeeze page. I'm going to label it as sub. And we have a column here for what the hashtag is. And then I include the link. That's it. Now I forever have that link. All right, what are we going to do with that? Hey, Carrie. So once we have that, there's no need to save this page or do anything like that. In fact, you can't. So what we're going to do now is create the landing page around it. So again, we're going to go to lead engine tools. I'll click it right there. You can just click directly on the landing page, but in this case, I'm not going to. So we're going to go to Weichert, Cape Cod, start building. Now you got a bunch of options here across the top. One of which is, I'm going to start on the right here. Background. Well, let's go to the far right. So our lead type, what is this page looking for? We're looking for buyers. So this is going to set them up on a hashtag buyers campaign, which if you don't want to do, you can just leave that as none. But in this case, it always makes sense, a little more communication that they can opt out of. Now background, if you want to change it, the image I put up wasn't really appropriate for the page that we're creating, but I just want to show you how that works. So I would go down here under background to custom background. Go back over to my squeeze and landing page document. I'm going to copy that link. So I go back to custom background. I'm going to enter that there, click OK. And that was the image that I had uploaded. So whatever image you upload is right there. So I can, and I do have other images from way back. I don't even know what this one is. Let's try it. So I'll copy this image, which was created back in January. Again, I can go to custom background, add that. Oh, and it's just a picture of New Silver at sunset. Okay, so that might be a little bit more appropriate, although you can't find anything under 400,000 in New Silver.
No.
Okay, so we'll leave that there. You can, of course, also choose any one of the pictures that they have included. So we've got our custom background set. We've got our lead type set at buyer. URL after login. We might as well get to this right now. So this is going to be the squeeze page that we created. Again, I go to the document that has all of these saved, so I don't have to reinvent the wheel. And all I do is copy and paste it into there. That's forever there now. The submit button text. That's this button here. See the list now. If you don't like what it says, you can change that right here. Pick me there, whatever you want to put. That's what comes into this orange button here. So very important as well that we enter our hashtag. In this case, we had done Falmouth under 400K. That groups all of these together, and that's the glue that makes this all work. So this is meant for lead generation. Don't worry about these other options right now, but you can embed a video into here. But in this case, we're just doing lead generation. So it does come with our logo right up there at the top. All of this part, your town real estate deals, you can type whatever you want in here. In this case, 400K. I'm not going to spend a lot of time working on the exact wordings here because I just want you guys to understand the fundamentals of how this works. But I do want to show you a couple of things. Say you don't have 4 bullet points that you want to talk about. Hover over any one of them and double click. And it goes away. So click once and then highlight it, and then you can change it.
But if you double click it, you can't get it back, correct?
Yes,
Correct.
and
Once it's gone-
that is a trick that's, you gotta be really careful. One thing that I have found that is useful here is to do my copy in like just on a word processor and then copy and paste it in there. Because if you go to edit, the chances of double clicking it at some point are, and then if you're like on the last bullet point and you
It's
double
gone.
click it and you're like, oh, you gotta start over again.
Yeah, and
So
you would
yeah.
have to start over again.
Yeah, which is annoying. So I usually try to get all my text right someplace else and then just paste it in.
Great advice.
Yeah.
So now, up here, there's one button that we didn't discuss, require phone. If you require phone, they will not be able to see the homes without entering their cell phone number. Now, there's advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is you will have their cell phone number. The disadvantage is that about 10% of the people will do that, where about 80% of the people will click that if they don't have to enter a cell phone number. So,
Or they will enter a phony phone number.
yeah, they certainly can.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I would suggest not clicking it, but that's entirely up to you as an agent. So once you've got your descriptions all in here, again, we're not going to spend time on that. Just simply click once and then write whatever you want in there. And then the small line below it as well. If you need individual help on what to say and these things, just come to me. I'm happy to sit and talk about any one of these with you. But once we have all of that, we've got our lead gen, our hashtag, our button name, the squeeze page where it's going to go, our custom background, and our buyer campaign. That's it. Now we're going to hit save. Going to ask us if we really want to save, because once you click this button, okay, you can't go back. There is no editing this page any further. It's okay if you screw it up. Say you do it and then you realize, oh, I missed a typo. No big deal. That link exists, but nobody will ever find it unless you direct them to it. So it's not the end of the world. But in this case, we're happy with our page. I'm going to click OK. And that's it. This page now exists forever. So first thing you do, go right up to your address bar, copy that. This is where you're going to put in your landing. Hashtag this Falmouth under 400K. And now I've got that saved there. That forever exists. All right. What do we do with it? This makes it nice and simple. Over here on the far left, this green button, click there. You can instantly put it out to all of your social media that is logged in through KV Core. If it's not, and you need help with that, let me know. But in this case, I'm going to go right to Facebook and type in curious about homes for sale in Falmouth under 400K. Click reload to see them and get updated. New listings appear.
Down just a little bit. I'm just curious what it looks like towards the bottom of that image. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's it. I would prefer to put it on my office page. So I'm going to share it to a page I manage. And you can switch between your personal and your realtor page if you have different pages. Post to Facebook. Oh, that link isn't designated. Okay, so let's put it on my own. I will. It's really not something that's ready for prime time, so I don't necessarily want to do it, but that's all you'd have to do.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're still missing a step, and this is the important one that really brings it all together. And this is making the search alert. So to do this, we're going to go to marketing, click on all marketing. Now, this is really not that complicated, but if you don't know it, you'll need to review it a few times. So under marketing, you're going to go to search alerts, learn more. Nice and simple. Go right down to the green button, search alert. All right, so here, right at the beginning, they want to know our hashtag. People, what is our hashtag?
I'm under 400K.
Yes, nice and simple. Scope, that could be company. I don't know if you guys get asked that one, but
I don't think so.
so now here's where we have to do a little bit of recreating because this is different than the squeeze page, but we need to put in the same thing. So we're going to put in Falmouth.
What happens if you've made multiple under Falmouth 400K? You need to make sure that you're changing it, right?
Yeah, but there is, yes, you can change it or
But the same hashtag should work. I mean,
correct.
Yeah, and since it's the same search alert. Yeah, it ought to work. There we go.
So now again, we're going to choose area Falmouth. You know, there's other options. You can add keywords if you want. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to match what we've done before, which is price of under 400,000. Now it's a good idea to CC yourself on it. So that when your potential clients get an email, you get one as well. So if they call you and say, hey, thanks for that email. That was awesome. I want to go see that house. You can just flip through your own emails and you know it. Now, if you click this here, send an alert when an open house matches this criteria, what's it going to do? It's going to send an alert when there's an open house that matches this criteria. So even if a house has been listed for 3 months, for example, if they went into MLS and scheduled their open house, if you click this, your people will see that. So I don't necessarily feel the need to have that in there. So I usually do not. Let's just make sure that we have not missed anything. Falmouth under 400 is our hashtag. Our area is Falmouth. You can specifically draw a map if you just want Seacoast Shores, Falmouth Heights, etc. And that's it. We're pretty simple here. Add alert.
Do you add company at the top?
I don't think you guys have that option.
No, it automatically goes
We
down.
do.
Okay.
Oh, we don't. No, maybe we don't.
Hashtag.
No, I don't think so.
No, it just goes to her.
I think you can only do your own page.
I think so as well, but
Yeah.
It doesn't even give
as
us
the manager, it doesn't give me that. Yeah, okay. So now add alert. There we go. That was now created. So guys, what we have done is put that page out there forever. Now, if somebody goes to this page and they say, wow, yes, I am interested in getting a list of all homes under 400,000 in Falmouth, and they enter their email, and even if they don't enter their cell phone, they click take me there. We directed it to the squeeze page. Right here, so this is what they will see. Oh, there's a new one in the last hour.
Hmm.
So this is what they see. And now, unbeknownst to them, every time a new listing under 400 comes up, well, it will be known to them because as part of their clicking, they're going to say, and yes, I want to receive a list of new ones as they come on. So now they're forever in your system as a hashtag Falmouth under 400K. So they will continue to get emails from you through KV Core that the system will automatically generate that says, hey, this listing just showed up, that this hits the criteria that you're looking for. And that's it. So now you can do that for absolutely anything you want in any town, anywhere. You know, we're not limited to Falmouth under 400. You can do, what are there, 15 towns on the Cape? You can do any one of them in any particular price range. You can do waterfront if you want. You know, the key would be to find something that fits a demographic that has a need. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes. it does.
Was that helpful to anybody?
I think so.
Reminder about that.
All right, I might try to stop the recording at that point, unless you guys have any questions that you think would be helpful for the recording.